Yo, what's going on, guys? Welcome to another video. It's gonna do another Survivor one. This is gonna be kind of a quick one, but I thought there was some really good points that I should probably cover, so I kind of recorded this game, especially when doing chases against the Deathslinger, which is I guess something people not many people really know how to deal with, you know. So, like what I'm trying to do here, I believe I was doing a rift challenge for stuns. So in case you don't know, those kind of challenges actually the DSs and what's the name hat on, they also count as a stun, not just the pallet stuns themselves. So that's why I'm using this build, so I can try to get a bit more stuns that way on the same game, just for efficiency purposes, right? In terms of doing the challenge, I'm trying to follow him, so maybe I can get a loop where there's a locker or something, and I can actually use it. And it's kind of funny here though. I'm playing a bit, even though I'm right next to him, I'm still playing a bit stealthy, so he's not really I'm still, you know, despite being so close, he can't really see me because I'm using the objects and whatnot to my cover there. So right here would be good if she, got down on the pallet or in front of the locker, so I could save her with hat on. So right here, I didn't know he was gonna make this turn, but I wanted to try. So and he did. So I was able to get my my first stun there with the hat on. But the best thing is really when someone is looping him, especially on Shack. And you see this is another good example too. You see, you need take notice of like how I'm using the map to my advantage here when he's chasing me. Like I'm not running like blindly. I'm actually running in a direction where I'm placing a lot of objects between me and him during that long chase where he's trying to catch up, so that he cannot have a clear angle or line of sight to be able to shoot at me. So that's really key. Like for example, right now I don't have really any kind of line of sight blocker. He can definitely hit me from here. So this is why I'm making these kind of turns, because they make it really hard for him to hit you that way. If you're turning kind of randomly like that, you notice it's not really a side to side turn. It's more like a circle, which is really confusing for him when he's trying to aim. If you just do side by side, it can become a little bit predictable. Right there, I knew it was out of range, so I didn't even bother to look behind me. He still tried to shoot me, but it was out of range, so it was never gonna hit me anyway. Here I'm skipping this because there was a lot of like idle time, so to speak. So here again, you see I'm already trying to make some curves there. I'm using the right there. You saw how I placed myself behind the tree. That's really just to block the line of sight, so that he doesn't have really a clear option there of using the weapon, or he might just miss if he tries, you know. So here I'm gonna try my cheeky head on again, but he's smarter like this time. Now the reason why he probably guessed that I was there is because my scratch marks were all leading to the locker, you know. If I had looped again, or just looped a little further before actually going to the locker, my scratch marks would have been past the locker as well as in front of the locker, but also past the locker. So to him, it would seem that I actually made the turn on the loop there. But because I didn't, it was more obvious to him, I would imagine, my scratch marks were ending at the locker, you know. You see, same thing here again. I'm using as much objects as I can to put in my way, between my way and him, so he doesn't have a clear line of shine on those like wide areas. Right here, for example, is also a good example. You gotta like predict. This is a prediction right here. Like, how do I know that? Like, because that was the perfect moment for him to shoot. So that's why that was the moment that I actually dodged the shot, even though he hadn't. You notice that I started the dodge before he actually shot at me. I mean, obviously it was not like super early, but it was perfectly timed. But that was like a prediction, because that was the perfect moment that he would take the shot. I knew that, so that's why I just dodged, assuming he would take the shot. Same thing here. Instead of running straight, you saw that I turned to inside of the shack, so they would cut off the angle, and he can't really hit me, because he definitely did not miss that shot. I really just dodged when I went into towards shack. If I kept running straight, that shot would have definitely hit me. He was definitely good on target. Right there, same thing. I was doing a little bit of a zigzag there just to make it a little bit harder for him. But usually zigzags and things like that, they are not, or side to side, they're not the best option because they're more predictable. You know, you can kind of guess like, oh, he's going left, left, right. You know, you kind of get the timing and the pattern, so it's easier to hit. But if you're doing like that circle, is way more difficult to actually get the movement down and on the aiming, so it's usually more effective. on dodging. What that includes like hunter's hatches or whatever. Any kind of shots really. Doing the circles is really much harder to avoid. To hit, I mean. So I still have object. One thing that you can do as well, you can use object to attract him towards you, but then you kind of stop looking at him so that he will lose the aura on you. But he knows where you are, right? So he's still gonna be following you. And then you just go in a locker without him seeing you. You know, like for example, right now, I'm looking at him. He's seeing me. Let's say he's following me. Then I look forward like I'm doing right now. He cannot see my aura. He just knows that I'm in the area. Then you go in a locker, and he's probably gonna go past by that same locker because he's thinking that he lost the aura reading, but you're still going forward, right? So he's gonna follow you, and that way you can use the locker on him as a sort of a trap. You can use essentially object as a trap, you know, just to attract him. Same thing there again. I predicted the shot, so I turned at the right moment there. That's something you kind of, that's definitely more advanced, but you gotta get the feeling for it, you know? Especially if you play the killer yourself, Deathslinger, you know, you can tell like when he's gonna take that shot because that would be the best play for that particular moment. So you can kind of anticipate it. Right here again, you see the reason why I didn't try to loop the window again was because I would have given him a free like straight shot. That's why I didn't go for the same loop on the wall there, and I changed the wall that I was looping immediately when I saw that he got a good angle there, because it would have been way harder to dodge. But either way, like I know I'm kind of dead here because I have no pallets. So you know, there's really nothing I can do. He already has bloodless at this point, so there's not much I can do with that pellet gun already. But yeah, that was a point right there as well. I didn't leave the loop on the window there, the wall of the window, simply for no reason. It was actually because if I tried to keep going on the loop, I would essentially be running straight for like 2 seconds, and that would be an easy shot for him. So you gotta be thinking those things when you're playing a rage killer like him. Hunter, well, for him specifically, right? Because Huntress is a little slower. He has to pull the hatchet and everything. You can definitely react a lot easier. But when it comes to Deathslinger, this is how you gotta play, you know? You just gotta really, it's mostly prediction to avoid his shot. It's not so much reaction like you do with the Huntress. Because he just aims down the side instantly, right? So you don't really have the time to react. You have to predict, you have to know when he's going to take the shot. And for him, if he knows he's playing a good player like I was playing here, you can also predict that the survivor is going to make a prediction on you. And instead of shooting where the target would be, you shoot at where you're thinking they would dodge to, you know. And that way you can get your shot even though they try to dodge you. But yeah, I guess it's a video. I was just hoping I could cover a little bit on Deathslinger when playing Survivor. Versus Deathslinger when playing Survivor. Hope you guys enjoyed, and see you guys in the next one. Take care. I hope my voice was not too bad.